Officials are raising the alarm after several cases of bird flu have been detected in several states nationwide. CDC officials are keeping a close eye on it moving forward. Anna Eliopoulos has more from New York.
Health officials are keeping a close watch after several cases of avian flu, also known as bird flu, were detected in at least 9 states. One of those states, Florida, where the first case of the virus was detected last month in a duck in Palm Beach County. Since then, dozens of vultures and waterfowl have become sick or died. Animal officials in the state say they are keeping a close eye on the situation.
We're just trying to have an abundance of caution and making sure that we have all of our protocols in place just to be on the cautious side.
Cases of bird flu have also been reported in New York, Maine, and Michigan. If the flu spreads too quickly and enough birds become infected, economists are fearful it could lead to an increase in the price of chicken, turkey, and eggs at the supermarket.
This is kind of a wake-up call for us at this point. Let's just monitor it, let's see where we're at, and do what we need to do to keep our backyard flocks safe.
To protect their flocks, some are placing their farms under quarantine. But while the CDC says bird flu is not an immediate threat to public health, in a worst-case scenario, birds would have to be depopulated to prevent the spread of disease.
They should make sure that this doesn't spread. They should spread the word on education, isolate this flock that has it, and make sure it doesn't happen.
The last major outbreak of bird flu in the U.S. was in 2015, killing 50 million birds in farms across 15 states.
Americans are continuing to buy guns in high numbers and across virtually every state. Home and personal safety group SafeHome.org says Americans bought 19 million guns legally in 2021. That's the second highest total over the past 2 decades. Safe Home says overall and on a population-adjusted basis, more people are buying guns in almost every state. The highest year for gun sales was 2020, with 21.5 million guns sold. Texas, Florida, California, and Pennsylvania all sold more than 1 million guns. A convoy of truckers demanding to end coronavirus mandates heading to Washington, D.C. as the nation's average daily COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations continue to fall and more mandates and restrictions are loosened and lifted. Ashley Siriano has more.
Trucks around the country on the move, making their way to Washington, D.C. ahead of next week's State of the Union.
To the truck drivers around the world, now is your time to stand up. Now is your time to usher in a renaissance time of freedom.
The streets in one Southern California city filled with hundreds of supporters as dozens of convoy truckers set out Wednesday.
We are ready to roll on to D.C.
Just one of several similar convoys organized around the country, all with different starting points, departure dates, and routes. Modeled after Canada's Freedom Convoy, folks who are a part of America's People's Convoy mainly demanding the end of a national COVID-19 emergency and pandemic-related mandates. Other issues being raised, fuel prices and immigration. The truckers getting the support of fellow Americans as they hit the highways, others disagreeing with the message.
My community, the black community, has really been impacted by COVID. So I'm a proponent of making the mandates. We've got to get a control of it.
The parade of 18-wheelers, pickup trucks, and other vehicles aiming to arrive in our nation's capital next week. Law enforcement officials in D.C. saying they're aware of the plan and will be ready, especially after the January 6th riot. The Pentagon approved the deployment of 700 unarmed National Guard troops to prepare for the truckers' arrival and their anticipated protests.